Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Charles Van Morgan. I am filming live from Blount County, Tennessee. We are on the scene of the memorial for Deputy Justin Mowery, who was killed in a pursuit just December the 28th. Look at his car here. He was killed in a pursuit. This is his patrol car here at the Blount County Justice Center. See the deputy's patrol car and all the flowers and the love for the deputy that was in a pursuit of a motorcycle on December the 28th. They're going to have his funeral tomorrow. You can see the sheriff's department emblem on the front of the car, and we're going to talk about the deputy that was killed in the pursuit in Justin Mowery, an honorable deputy killed in a pursuit in Blount County last Sunday in a pursuit with the sheriff's department. Here's his picture right here. So the deputy that was killed, Justin Mowery, killed in a crash in just a few days ago in a pursuit. Hello. And he formerly worked at the University Tennessee Police Department. Similar to I worked there also, and we're talking about the pursuit that he was involved in here in Blount County. He got in pursuit of a motorcycle, and I was also in pursuit of a motorcycle when I worked for the Tennessee Highway Patrol. Had a wreck, slammed into a telephone pole, but I survived the pursuit. The person that was fleeing on the motorcycle was also arrested. So similarly, unfortunately, this great deputy that risked his life for public safety did not survive the pursuit just tomorrow. So pray for his family. And I want to point out a distinction about this deputy's pursuit. Now, I formerly worked at UT Police, the same as this gentleman did at the very same location. He went on to work for the sheriff's department, got into a pursuit, and they are honoring his life, which is totally appropriate. And I'm not here to cause a scene or misrepresent things. Your freedom cost, because these deputies out making the roads safer go in pursuits, and sometimes bad things happen despite the best we can do. I've been in similar circumstances. But I also want to point out the problems with the administration of these agencies. Put on a facade that they care about these deputies, and I'm not sure that they really do, because I know for a fact that I was in pursuit of a vehicle in 2011 and survived that pursuit. I didn't slam into a telephone pole or get hurt in that pursuit. And the people in state government and state power committed a character assassination. There's more than one way to kill somebody. So I similarly was in a patrol car in pursuit on a motorcycle in about 2004 and crashed and survived the pursuit, trying to provide for public safety. Just like this deputy, worked at the same place. Unfortunately, honorably, bravely, trying to protect society, lost his life. I was also in a pursuit, several, and the one in 2011, I was in pursuit and I survived. But the state people in power in the state government committed a character assassination, trying to put me in the ground just like this deputy. There's more than one way to kill somebody, and that's exactly what they tried to do to me. And here recently in 2020, last year in 2025, denied my law license while I was out protecting society. So if you really care about law enforcement and you really care about the truth, then you care about getting bad guys off the street and also getting bad people out of government offices. And they're there and they put on a facade that they care about these deputies and people that risk their life on Tennessee roadways for your safety, and they don't, because I'm one of them. That people in the state government power right now committed a character assassination, similarly trying to kill me like this deputy here. So you see this deputy sheriff here dead, and Deputy Justin Mowery, he was 30 years old, worked the same place I did. And you see in Police 1, they have a great article about him. Justin Deputy Mowery, 30 at Blount County Sheriff's Office, died while attempting to stop a motorcycle, refused to pull over. So I was in pursuit of a dangerous drunk driver who was going 79 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour speed limit, obeyed the speed limit, didn't endanger anybody, and survived the pursuit. And Police 1 had an article that I saw a crash and intentionally drove by, the same news article, because I survived the suit because of corrupt people in state power blackballed me. So they tried to put me in the ground in another way, similarly, just like in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill, and also the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not bear false witness, because bearing false witness against somebody like the state of Tennessee did is similar to killing somebody. You just do it in another way. You keep them alive, but they're ineffective. And they have a hard time getting a job, and their characters are destroyed because you lie about them. While they're out on the road, similar to him, protecting society. Wow, and that's what people in state power do. And that's what they did to me. And you have here Deputy McCowan, who was killed last year, and they had his car here on a DUI stop here in Blount County. Now, I honor Deputy McCowan. He also gave his life for public safety. And horrific. When I was a police officer, when I was on the state patrol, I stopped more cars than any trooper in the state for drunk driving, and stopped more cars than any trooper in the state. And yet people in state power tried to destroy my character and my credibility and lied about me while I was out, just like this deputy, protecting society. So if you care about society, you care also about the bad guys on the street on motorcycles that run, and drunken drivers. You care about the real bad guys that cause a lot of real crime, is the people at the head of these agencies that lie on police officers that are out risking their life and put on a facade and try to kill people and kill police officers in other ways, like happened to me. And if you care about police out on the roads protecting the public, then you care about police that have survived the pursuits, and the state people in power in the state government have defamed your character and made it impossible for you to get a good job, and made it impossible for you to be a police officer again. That's what people in state power did. When Deputy McCowan was announced in a press conference here at the Justice Center that he had been killed and they were looking for the perpetrator, Major Stacy Heatherly with the Tennessee Highway Patrol was pictured in that same news conference, like she cares about the deputies. And she is the one that lied on me, that went back to the scene of a crash over a year later, paid an expert witness to lie under oath using state government money to help bury a live state trooper. So there are more to things than what meets the eye when you have people in state power that tried to defame these honorable police officers. I came from the same department that he came from before he got on with the Highway Patrol, before he got on with the Blount County Sheriff's Department, and I went to the State Highway Patrol, was similarly in a pursuit of a motorcycle, and the people in state power, not the motorcycle driver I was running from or the drunk driver that was fleeing from me, also are the bad people too that we need to get rid of. And that's what this channel about. This channel, Charles Van Morgan Unbridled News, is telling you the real story behind the scenes, and not just the officer killed. The real bad people are the people in government power at the top. But I'm still alive. I didn't pay the ultimate price. I'm still alive, and I still have a voice, and my voice is still fighting. And unlike this fine young police officer that gave his life for public safety, and I thank him and thank his family for his ultimate sacrifice, an honorable person. May God bless his family, protect his family. But there are some of us that people in state power have tried to kill by destroying our character, and I'm pointing out that their character should be destroyed. What I did was honorable, just like this man, and what the state government did under Bill Lee and Bill Haslam is crooked and nasty and dirty. And they can stand up in these press conferences all they want and act like they care about these deputies. I'm one that'll tell you, no, they don't, because I was in a pursuit and they lied on me. They lied about what I did and about what I said. And here's a representation of what they did to me, and I'll just show you. Here's what they did to Charles Van Morgan. The wind is blowing. So here's what they did to me. As you look at this picture of the state government, that's a picture of me out trying to protect human lives. And that's what the state did to me. In harm's way, trying to protect human lives, and the state government in Tennessee tried to kill me and destroy my character. Put my picture out on the front page of the paper a few weeks after the crash where a deputy was killed, where a drunk driver was killed. Where a drunk driver was killed, blaming me for a drunk driver was killed. Similarly, if the motorcyclist had been killed while this deputy was in pursuit, would the deputy have been responsible for the deputy being killed? No, he wouldn't have been. So yeah. How you doing? I'm doing Unbridled News for Charles Van Morgan. Did you know this deputy?
I'm not familiar with him, sir. I'm from out of town.
Okay, yeah, I'm doing a story on the deputy sheriff here that was killed in a high-speed pursuit.
Yes.
And comparing it to, I was a Tennessee state trooper. It's kind of interesting to me. I was in pursuit of a drunk driver, and the drunk driver died and killed himself, and the State Highway Patrol blamed it on me. I survived the pursuit, unlike this deputy. You see what I'm saying?
I do, yes.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm honoring that policeman, but the bad guys are the ones that run out on the street, and also the upper administration of those offices that hang police officers out to dry, which is what they did to me. So they blame me for somebody else killing themselves, if you see what I'm saying. Does that make any sense to you?
No, it doesn't. There's a lot of things in the judicial system that don't make sense these days.
Yeah, they do. You mind if I put you on camera? I got 47 people in here.
I don't mind.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Joshua Martin.
Jonathan Martin. Where are you from, Jonathan?
I'm from Cleveland.
Cleveland, Tennessee?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
yeah, I've been there before.
Yes, beautiful county.
You know Mr. DeBurris that does a show called The Discussion?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been on his show before.
Okay, cool.
So you're here at the hospital. I hope everything's all right.
Yes, sir. I just got released from the hospital.
Okay, good deal.
Yes.
Good deal. Thank you for talking to you. You have any comments or anything to say about the judicial system, or you understand what I'm saying about how dirty the people in administration are?
Administration needs to clean their act up, yes, sir. I do understand that.
So yeah, that's why I'm doing a story here, honoring this officer. I'm not trying to honor this officer. He worked at the same department I did,
Yes.
and unfortunately he lost his life. But and the department acts like they care for him. Maybe some of them do, but they had another deputy, McCowan, that got killed about 2 years ago. You remember that?
I do.
And they had his car out here, and they also had a state highway patrol major, Heatherly, that was in the press conference where they were announcing that he had been killed in a drunk driving arrest. Somebody shot him.
Yes.
And she is the one that Major Stacy Heatherly is the state patrol officer that got me fired, that lied on me, and she's here at a deputy being killed, and I led the state in getting drunk drivers off the road. So I could have been very well killed in a drunk driving incident, and then that major here is acting like she cares about these deputies. I'm just pointing out the truth, if you see what I'm saying.
Yes.
So see, the public understands. I've got about 1.8 million people that have listened to me so far, trying to get the word about how these deputies on the road risk their life, and then they got state agencies, people over them like that hang them out to dry. And when they die, they act like they care, but they really don't.
Something I noticed from across the street is when you started filming and you started saying your voice on the situation, people started pulling up and people started acting like they were concerned or wondered what you were doing over there in the first place. Did you notice that as well?
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, this is America. It's called freedom of speech.
Yes, sir.
And I can speak on the sidewalk, whatever. And I'm not dishonoring that officer. That officer's a great officer.
Yes.
He's doing what he should be doing for society. But
and he lost his life to serve us.
And I appreciate that. Similar to that, I could have lost my life too, and they didn't care about me. They lied about me, committed crimes in getting rid of me, and I was doing the same thing he was doing. So you see how dirty the top of these agencies are?
I do.
So that's what I'm pointing out. People don't want to hear that's the hard truth. I run unbridled news. I'm just telling the truth. They don't care about that deputy. They act like they don't care. And he paid the ultimate sacrifice.
He was another number.
Yeah, he's another number to them. And they like to put on a show and say like they care, like Major Stacy Heatherly.
Yes.
And they lie about stuff and commit crimes. And just like he was in pursuit of a motorcycle, dangerous, driving fast, trying to get him off the road. These people in these public offices that are over these agencies, that are over the government, need to be prosecuted and put in jail too.
As well, yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's who I'm in pursuit. And when I was a trooper, I was in pursuit of the motorcycles, and I was in pursuit of the drunk drivers to protect you. And they took me off the road, and I've just switched to fight. Now I'm in pursuit of them, if that makes sense to you.
Yes, sir. It makes total sense, yeah.
So thank you for talking to me. You got anything else you want to say? Thank you so much. You're such a wonderful person. What did you say your name was again?
Joshua.
Joshua. Let me shake your hand, Joshua.
Yes, sir.
Joshua,
Thank you,
here's his picture right here, the deputy that was killed. And I hope your health is okay.
My health is good, yes, sir.
So I will pray for you. Here's the incident with me.
I worked myself too many hours. You got a little dehydrated, and I just had to go get some IVs.
I love your cross there. I'm also a Christian.
Yes,
Here,
sir.
can you hold the camera for me?
Yes.
Here's the picture of what I did, and they fired me over this. I was in a fire trying to save somebody's life, and they took my job over that and lied on me about that.
Y'all see that?
Yeah, that's what they did.
That's the crime scene that he was on.
Yeah, and they lied. And the people in administration that were in a press conference with the deputy that got shot, and that's how crooked these people in government power are. So I'm just doing that story up here. Thank you so much, and God bless you, I pray, and may your health get better.
Yes, sir.
Do what now?
When you get finished, can I talk to you?
Sure, yeah. Let me put. So thank y'all so very much for watching Charles Van Morgan live on the scene. We are here at the Blount County Justice Center, filming the deputy sheriff that got killed. And also I want to point out the wreck up here in Blount County in Maryville, where they had a state trooper run into a Maryville city officer, and during J.D. Vance's motorcade, and they still haven't come out with the trooper that was involved in that crash. They came out and put my picture on the front page, defaming me, putting my life in danger. The State Highway Patrol did. Within a few weeks, and I did nothing wrong. They lied. They put out lies about me on the front page of the paper. They still have not, weeks later, put out who the trooper was, which is good. I hope they don't. But they put out a hit on me. So the State Highway Patrol tried to put me underground, and Major Stacy Heatherly and Lion Lowell Russell. And they'll act like they care about that person. I'm still alive. I still got a speech. I'm still fighting. And I'll continue to fight. It's called fighting for the truth. It has weight and value. This has weight and value. What this police officer did has weight and value. They act like they care. It grabs people's hearts. I do, and they don't. And they still haven't put out that trooper's name or information. Weeks later, they put out a picture of me the next, almost just a few days later. So they act like they care, but they really don't. And here is a picture of McAllen, of the deputy that was killed, Justin Mowery. And so thank y'all for coming. We're here at the live on the ground, boots on the ground. The unlike some of these YouTubers that film stuff on television, tell you they're filming the news. The memorial of the deputy that was killed in a pursuit similar to me. I was in multiple ones. And the people in state power are the bad guys. Just like that motorcyclist they got in custody, these people need to be gotten in custody and got off the road and prosecuted and put in jail for the crimes that they commit against humanity. And let's look at some of the notes I got here. So basically a character assassination, same close to this, but not because it can be corrected. They will do the same to you every day using government power. They'll do the same thing to you. And so I survived the suit, but THP members executed a character assassination. What do I want to tell people to do? I started this show and tried to get started this show to fight people in government power through voting and through attrition, not through bullets, through getting truthful information out. Is the reason why I started this show. And let's see here. People in government power, specifically Bill Lee, ultimately now Governor Haslam, ultimately now Governor Bill Lee, under Christian banner, promoted now Major Stacy Heatherly, who tried to destroy my character with a false narrative and used your tax money to do it. They perpetrated a lie and hired an expert witness with your money to try to prove a lie, and released the video and my picture out. And Lion Lowell Russell perpetrated this lie, who's in state government now, at the expense of death and destruction caused on you. This is what people in state power are doing to you right now. We're talking about one motorcyclist that was a danger to society. This man lost his life. We're talking about, I went after hundreds of those type of people and put them in jail and protected you. But the most dangerous people are the people in state power that facilitate lies, are not the ones on the road, the ones in state offices. And the better government through speaking up, and the populace, because these people in state power are against you and against us. Realize it or not, I'll show you what they do to you against you on this channel. We can vote and influence the vote and get them out And sometimes we can imprison them for stuff they do. So if this type thing grabs your emotions, then think about if this man was alive and able to speak. And this man, Charles Van Morgan, was in a pursuit just like him, multiple ones. I was in multiple pursuits, justifiably. And I am still here. I survived this pursuit. Unfortunately, he can, I can, and I can tell you from someone that saved lives before, that risked my life for public danger, the danger is not just in the motorcyclist, the danger is in the top of these agencies. In McAllen's announcement that got shot by a person that was under the influence, I arrested more drunk drivers than anybody in the state. I could have been killed. McAllen wasn't, he couldn't speak. I can speak. They tried to commit an execution of my character, but I'm still here speaking the truth, and I could care less what they say. They're dangerous to you. And also, you can contact me at charlesvanmorgan@gmail.com. Subscribe to the channel. I'll put out the real news. This is a story the other news won't tell you. They won't tell you. They'll show you the boo-hoos at the top, but they won't show you the dirty stuff that they do at the top when an officer survives, that they use this type of stuff to try to get rid of them illegitimately. And other troopers and people in the highway patrol will tell you the same damn thing of how crooked they are. And that's what I'm here to do today, to honor this deputy. What a wonderful man that he was, risking his life for public safety. But what a crooked administration at THP jump on the bandwagon and try to defame a trooper. Here in Police 1, it looked like a parked car to me. Trooper defends his actions. That's where they tried to defame me. And this right here, Blount County Sheriff's Office was shot and killed in February 24 during a traffic stop with another deputy. Shelby Eggers is also wounded but surviving. The suspect, Kenneth Wayne DeHart Jr., was later apprehended after a manhunt and faces charges including first-degree murder for the incident involving Deputy McAllen. Just a few years ago, they had Deputy McAllen's car there. Charles Van Morgan stopped numerous drunk drivers, more than any trooper in the whole state. I fought drunk driving for your protection better than any trooper, more than any trooper in the state. That's the truth. That's not bragging, that's the truth. And Major Stacy Heatherly lied on me and defamed me. And now she shows up at McAllen's press conference where he's got killed, acting like she cares about troopers. She doesn't care about anything but herself, and that's the way the state highway patrol is. Here's what, and then the judges go right behind them and agree with them. You can see this. A judge said, Judge Lefevre, Article 5, Item 5, the grievance in-car video recorded capture of the silver car crash and its tail light going. There's no tail lights on. They even have judges lie for them. They even have judges sanction and put legitimacy, false legitimacy to lies. They wanted me to put me like that, but I'm not dead, and I carry one thing that matters that they don't like, and it's called the truth. This man right here over the Tennessee Highway Patrol is the one that perpetrated lies. Admitting that he's in pursuits, admitting that he was in pursuits, that people were killed, that it's investigated by them. Trot caused the release of hundreds of drunk drivers as a result of more people were killed, committing fraud by pursuing a fake case. I paid for my expert, that was his expert. Your tax dollars paid thousands for his liars, and the crooked Tennessee judges got promotions for putting the weight of law on lies. They will lie on you too. The reason I came out here today is I was in pursuit just like this deputy. He lost his life. I didn't. I'm still here. I was fighting what this deputy was fighting with my life in danger, honorably. They say it's not honorably, but I don't care what they say. They're not honorable. I'm still fighting. I still have a voice. I've just switched the fight. The fight is not fighting people on the street. They took that away from me at your expense. When I was on the road, the fatality rate was lower. I was better for you. Now I'm fighting them for deputies like this because they deserve better than what they got. They risked their life and they deserve people in government power that will obey the Constitution. So if you do not trust the government, people in government power, and you honor deputies that gave their life, then honor a former law enforcement officer that was out doing what was right for you, that people in state power tried to kill with a reputation assassination, a character assassination. But I'm not going along with the program. I was fighting with my life at risk then, and I'm fighting these people in power with my life at risk now. And so join the channel, spread the word. The fight is on. We're not going away, not now or ever, as long as this heart beats. And I know they'd like to kill me, but they're not going to get it done, hopefully. So pray for his family and pray for me and my family. Watch the show, spread the channel. We'll show up at news events all over the state. And the way you can help is we're trying to waken people up to get politically involved to vote, not violence. These people are violent. Waking them up to get politically involved to vote and vote these crooks out of office. Bill Lee, High Bills Lee, raises your taxes, the cost of living skyrocketed under the Christian banner, closing down hospitals. These people are lying to you in government power, and we need to take them down. There's more of us than them. If I can wake up a small amount of the populace, just a small percentage of eligible voters, and people that even if you can't vote, you can influence a voter, then we can run them out of office and prosecute some of them. It is an awakening of the voters. And if you care anything about this deputy, and that ought to pull at your heart, it does mine, and McCowan, and the sheriff's deputy that got killed in Knoxville, then here is a law enforcement officer, former, not anymore, that was out protecting your lives, and I can still speak. And this is what I'm saying. I've earned that right. Listen to me. The people at the top of these agencies need to go to jail. They need to be prosecuted. The judiciary and some of our elected officials, and that's what I'm fighting now. They wish I hadn't, but I didn't die, and I'm here speaking out against corruption and government power. As I honor this man, same department I came from, and I pray for his family. May God help his family in this great loss. Then awaken and fight. There's stuff you can do. You can do stuff to help him and his family. You can fight these crooks in power. And you can vote. So join the channel, vote, subscribe, share, like, comment. And thank you all so very much. And as I always say, God loves you, and thank you for listening. I appreciate your time, and I do too.